So this is just a little pre-check before I leave the RV park. Both slides are in. There is nothing that I can see that can be moved around in transit. I've just put the jacks up, and here's the cockpit, and here's the new navigation center. So let's go check outside. All the electricity, water and sewer connections have been put away. Sliding, as you can see, is in. So she's ready to go. Stick her in the drive. Brake off. I think we're good to go. I need to miss that table. Well, we're 90 miles away from where I'm hoping to get to today in Southern Oregon to go see a friend. And the sun is out, which is lovely to see. Early April in Central Oregon. This is my fourth trip in the RV. And this is the first time I've done a long drive of longer than an hour or so. I'm at 2.5 hours now, and I'm not tired, but it's not as relaxing as it is in a car because you have just so much responsibility when there's 32 feet of you and you're driving fairly slow. So it's a very different riding experience, I must admit. I am ready to take a break, and here is a rest area. So I think that's a good time. Well, at this point I had some GoPro problems with a new microphone, clip-on microphone, and also with the case. I am sure they are entirely my fault, so I'm not going to blame GoPro, but I had to do this little voiceover. This was a scary moment to get in between these two big machines. But again, another confidence builder. Glad I did it. The convenience of these highway roads is really quite magnificent. I mean, I've done 180 miles here, and the view hasn't been too bad. I mean, it's been changing, but obviously it would be more enjoyable if one did back roads, which I hope I will do as I gain more confidence driving this big monster on off-highway roads. We have a nice steep hill coming up, so this is a good time to see how the RV handles it. I've noticed that when I have the cruise on, the RPMs go a little weird. He's already slowing down. There the RV's jumped from 2.5 to 4. Definitely working hard. Now 4.5. Maintaining 60. I think if I take the accelerator off, just do it myself, running a little less RPM, still hovering 3,000, just under now, 50 miles an hour, continues to climb up this road. And you can see the truck in front of me seems to be going even slower. Still now about 46 miles an hour on the 3,000 revs. If I want to go more, here it is, coming up to 4,000 revs. Oh Lord, we have the biggest hill climb yet. Right. This time I'm taking it off cruise because it just automatically goes very high on the RPM to maintain the speed, but I'll let the speed drop. We're doing 60 miles an hour now, 2,000 RPM, dropping already down, 55, 2,500 RPM, push her up a little bit, 3,000 RPM, but it's still only doing 50 miles an hour. This is not the sports car. through the city, local town to get out to here. So I've done some city driving. Somewhere up here is an RV park. Oh, we're about 6 miles away from off the highway, so nice vineyard there. I say nice, what do I know? It's a little stinky. Once you get off the highway, it starts to look nicer. Lesson learned. Now, and there in front of me is a whole bunch of RVs. That's home for the next night. So where do you check in? Entrance. Morning everyone, just before 7 a.m. in the morning here at an RV park in Southern Oregon. It's a very nice park actually, very pleasant, very quiet, very people friendly, and it's in the middle of a bigger park, so it is really quite a nice place to stay. I thought they were graveyards at first, but obviously they're not. This actually lets me see how the jacks leveled themselves last night. That's the first time I've ever seen them doing their job. Very nice. You know, I'm not sure I like the font and the sentiment behind that one. It's nice to be out for a morning walk. There's actually miles of country park around here. Perfect if one had a dog, has a motivation to get out there every day. I would go for a walk if it were not that the fact that my friend is coming over in an hour or so, a couple of hours, and excuse me, I promised to cook a full English breakfast. So that's going to be a first task in the RV, something I have no intention of filming because it'll be a disaster. A nice morning. Alright, time to make a cup of tea and start thinking about breakfast. Well, for those masochists out there, this is my first meal, and I'm about to inflict this upon a friend who does have health insurance, we've checked. Alright, time to head back to Portland. This is a nice stay. No untoward noises. This is an interesting turn. Seems fairly tight for an RV. It could be done. Just watch that back against that tree. Turn it around. Nicely done. Nice and slowly. Half full with fuel. We're definitely going to have to get some gas on the way home. There's a little adventure, and I'll check in with you later. about the halfway point home now. I've been driving for an hour and a half, and it's a delightful ride. I'm having the time of my life. Very nice day. Alright, this is the second time I've pulled into a gas station to get gas. Normally I wouldn't give it a second's thought, but it does make me apprehensive in this machine. I'm not used to it. So, there's a Shell. I don't even know how I'm going to do this, but let's give it a shot. Alright. Pull her in. Great. There's a truck right in the way. I have to just maneuver around him. All right, $160 later, a tank full, off we go. You fill this with gas and you know it, but you know, it probably does, and I've never checked it yet, but it probably does somewhere between 8 to 9 miles a gallon. I know, it sucks, right? My odometer reads 18,000 miles exactly. We've put on about 360 miles in the last 2 days, about another 40 to go, so some good driving in the last 2 days. It's held up well. It's I'm enjoying this drive a lot more, so it just shows you it's getting used to it, and I can see myself doing, you know, fairly long drives now, which I couldn't yesterday. Anyway, if you can see that cow in front of me, how often do you see a cow nowadays? They're in these stacked lorry trucks that are closed off. You don't see them anymore. This poor little guy. Personally, I think I got a better RV than him. Well, I'm a mile from home, mile or two from home, that's all now. It's been 4 hours driving home, and I am very happy to see the view I now get, which is the iconic Portland shot of Mount Hood, covered partially by cloud, but that is a very welcome sight. It means I'm just 3 miles basically from the RV park and home, and it's been a great trip and I've really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to going home and making a video, putting it up, seeing what people think. Thank you to my 18 subscribers so far. I'm actually quite amazed at that. I mean, I just thought it'd be 1 or 2 friends. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.